Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. So today I wanted to show you how to make my delicious kids and grown-ups kedgeree from my new book, Gifts from Grandpa. So today I want to show you how to make my kids and grown-ups kedgeree, but before I do, if you are new to my channel, then hello and welcome. It's lovely to have you here, and if you love cooking videos and you want to see more like this one, then I upload every Tuesday and Thursday at 7 AM, so please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. As I just mentioned, today I want to show you how to make my kids and grown-ups recipe, and this recipe is in my new cookbook, Gifts from Grandpa, which is available to buy on Amazon, and I will link it in the description box below for you. This book has been written in loving memory of my dad, because I think that my dad was an amazing cook. So I wanted to write down lots of his recipes and put them in a book. So in this book are my dad's recipes, a few of my recipes, a couple of my nan's and one of my grandfather's as well. My dad also believed that everybody should have a home and everybody should have a place to go to. So £1 from the sale of each book will go to the homeless charity Crisis. So I have a pan of rice on the hob. So what I've done is I have washed the rice through twice to get the starch off before I cook it. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add water to the rice, and then I'm going to add enough water so that it reaches the crease of my middle finger. So I'm just going to put my middle finger in. So the top of the rice, yep, and the crease of my middle finger. So the top of your finger will sit on top of the rice, and then the crease of your middle finger will be where the water will go up to. And that, my friends, is how you boil perfect rice. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put this onto a high heat. I'm going to use this lid for now, it's not the right lid, but anyway, I'm going to let it boil, and then I'm going to leave it to simmer until all the water has gone from the pan, and I'm going to leave the lid on during the cooking process as well. I won't be touching that again. So the rice has come to the boil, so what I'm going to do is just turn the heat right down on that, and I'm going to leave it to simmer, and then in the pan next to it I'm going to add 250 ml of oat milk. You can use any type of milk you like. I use oat milk because I've got a slight dairy intolerance, and I've also got 250 ml of water, so I'm just going to pour that in, and then to that I'm going to add 500 grams of haddock. You can use any type of fish you like. We just like haddock. I think it makes the dish taste really nice, so that's why I like to use it. I'm also going to add a slice of lemon to that, and I'm also going to add a bay leaf as well, and I'm also going to add 6 to 8 peppercorns. I think I've got 8 peppercorns in there. And then I'm going to let that come to the boil, and then I'm going to leave it to simmer as well. So I've now put a small pan on the hob, and I've put water in there, and I've brought it to the boil. And what I'm going to do now is cook the eggs that will go in the kedgeree. First I'm going to put some salt in the water though, to help the eggs not crack, basically, when I put them in. So I've got 4 eggs that I'm now going to hard boil. So I'm going to put these on for 8 minutes, and I'm going to leave these to boil. So I'm just going to put all the eggs in there, and as I said, I'm going to leave these to boil now. So the fish has cooked, and I'm going to drain it now. I'm going to set it aside and leave it to cool. So the timer has just gone off, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn the heat off on the eggs, and I've got a bowl of cold water, and to stop the eggs from cooking I'm going to put them straight into the bowl of cold water. So in they go, and I'm going to leave them in there for a minute. I left the eggs to cool for a minute, and now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take the shells off, and I'm going to put them into the bowl, the spare bowl there. And hopefully these should be really hard boiled now as well. They have been cooking for 8 minutes, so they should be well done. And fingers crossed. And then I'm going to put these into, I'm going to chop them up and put them into the Kedgeree later on. But I'll just continue to peel these now until I've peeled all the eggs. So on this back hob, I've put a large pan on a large pan of water on a high heat, and I'm going to add about 300 grams of chopped green beans. You can use green beans or you can use chopped green beans. These are frozen as well, but you can use ones from the fresh section. It doesn't matter. And I'm going to put these on for 3 to 5 minutes. So I'm just going to put a lid on that and let that come to the boil, and then I'll leave it to simmer for 3 minutes. A large pan on a high heat, and all I'm simply going to do is add a little bit of oil to the base of the pan. I'm just going to spread that around evenly as I can. And then I'm going to leave that to heat up. So just before I start cooking the onions, I thought I'd say that I've removed the lid from my rice and the water is all cooked off. It's lovely and soft. So I'm going to set this aside now and leave it to cool. So the pan for my onions has heated up. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to fry these in the oil until they start to become translucent. So see-through, and while they're cooking, I'm going to add a teaspoon of mild curry powder as well, and this just gives it a really nice flavour. So my onions have started to soften now, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove these from the heat, and I'm going to leave these to cool. And I'm also going to turn off the heat completely now, and I'm going to take the green beans off as well because they're really nice and cooked too. Basically, I've cooked off all of my ingredients, and what I'm going to do now is add them to this Pyrex dish. So I've got the rice that I've cooked, and I'll just put this into the Pyrex dish. So basically you just layer this up really, and then mix it all in together. That's all you do. So you put the rice in the bottom of the Pyrex dish, and then I've got my fish and my egg I've chopped up into quarters. Sorry, that was something in my drawer down there. Don't know what that was, but hopefully nothing's broken. And so I'm going to put my fish in next, and then on top of that I'm going to put my egg. The egg is my favourite bit in this dish, I have to say. I love finding a bit of egg and a bit of egg yolk as well. I think it's so yummy. So I've done that, and I'm going to mix those round now. I'm hoping this dish is big enough as well. It doesn't look big enough, does it? And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add the green beans, and at the bottom of this bowl is the fried onions as well. And the onions with the curry powder and the dried oregano are the thing that will give it the taste and the flavour as well. That's the bit I also like the most, is the onions in this dish as well. So I'm going to try and mix these as best as I can without everything falling over the side of the dish now. So yes. My husband and son also really like this dish as well. Although my son is not so keen on the egg. He doesn't like egg in his dish, but he likes the fish and he loves the rice and the cheese and stuff. So yeah, a good meal for kids and for grown-ups as well, I think. It's one of those family favourites you can have time and time again, and no one really gets bored of it, if you know what I mean. So yes, I've mixed all of those ingredients together now, and the last thing I've got to do is add 200 grams of grated cheese. So I'm just going to add this to the top now, and this makes a really nice layer on the top. It makes a really crunchy texture and like a gooey sort of texture as well. It's lovely. So I'm going to add the cheese now, and I'm going to put this under the grill until all the cheese melts now. That's that done. So this is going to go under the grill for about 10 to 15 minutes now. So this is Kedgeree for kids and grown-ups. This has been under the grill for about 10 to 15 minutes, and I'm just going to give it a little try Try and get all of it. Some of the rice and the beans and the cheese and the fish. I'm just going to give it a try. Oh, look at that. That looks yummy. Don't go anywhere. That's it. That's it. So I'm just going to try this now. Yep. Good old Dad for making this for me, because this is yummy. I really love it. So that's how you make my delicious kids and grown-ups kedgeree, and as I said earlier, that recipe is in my new cookbook, Gifts from Grandpa, which I will link in the description box below for you, and I'll also link the recipe in the description box below too. That's it from me. Thank you so much for watching. Please feel free to give me a big thumbs up if you enjoyed this video, and please feel free to leave any comments below. Do you enjoy kedgeree like we do? I'd love to know, and please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. See you all soon. Bye.